everyone. If you're new here, hi, my name is Veronica, and it's time for another speed build slash renovation. So we are renovating Willow Creek, and you can check out the whole playlist by clicking on the I button above because we've already done a whole neighborhood, which was Foundry Cove, where the starter homes are, and now we're halfway through Courtyard Lane. I think we only have one house left after this, but today we are renovating the Pancakes house. So I'm kind of nervous on this one because pancakes are quite a big deal depending on which side of the sales community you are. But like the BFF household, I renovated this one with Eliza and Bob Pancakes personalities in mind. Um, so their house has two floors, two bedrooms, and two baths. At first, I was going to renovate it, adding Iggy, was it? I'm sure you guys know. But with Max's refresh of the Pancakes household, they added Iggy, his Eliza and Bob's kid, and his a toddler. And you can download them from the gallery. But this is my first save file, and we are sticking with the original base game. So I decided not to add him yet, and we are going to stay with the original base game lore where they sleep separately. And then I was thinking I can add him once we start another save file where I am not restricted to base game and I can use other packs and all. So yeah, the original lore is that Eliza and Bob Pancake's marriage is on the rocks, kind of like they're not happy with the relationship. They are polar opposites. Their relationship is just average, and I'm not sure about what to do with that on the save file because that might be another Sims theme piece, just like the BFF household where they are supposed to be close, but they are just acquaintances. So maybe some of the new features with some of the new features we can update that. But Bob is gloomy, loner, and a slob, whilst Eliza is neat, perfectionist, and materialistic. So I'm going to have those personalities as my basis for this build. It might not be perfect because I find it hard with just base using base game alone. So I'm sorry about that, but no, I'll try my best. But yeah, Bob is also into cooking and mixology. He also has interest in video gaming. He's a caterer and his aspiration is to be a master chef. So I think that is a big factor when building their house. Eliza, on the other hand, is unemployed, um, which is funny because her aspiration is to be a mansion baron. So basically, she wants to be rich, and you can see that on the way their house was designed. Like, the interior is giving mansion vibes, and I think to complete that aspiration, you need to complete a task where collecting paintings. Um, yeah, you have to collect paintings, and it might have helped Eliza on that one because we do have a lot of paintings here. But I'm not going to take that as a factor of this renovation. Like I mentioned, I'm going to base it on their personalities, and we don't have to worry about those. So when it comes to the house itself, I think Eliza is the one deciding on like furnitures and stuff, which is pretty clear on the original build. But Bob's room, I think, is going to be his space. So at this on this for this build, so he can be whatever he wants. He can do whatever he wants, which includes being a slob. Um, the first floor doesn't have a bathroom, which I think should be illegal. So I took a part of the massive living room and added a small bathroom. The living room is still big, and we get to keep the original stuff like chess table and all. I also added a fireplace because it's giving Eliza Pancakes vibes. Like if you want to live in a mansion, I think a fireplace is a must-have. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to use it, but it's a flex. And I don't know. Of course, if you have seasons, you get to have like cold weather, you get to have snow, so you can definitely use a fireplace. But yeah, with base game, it's up to you guys what you want to do with it. But yeah, the kitchen, however, I made it with Bob's career in mind, so it is fit for a chef. That's why we have like good kitchen appliances. But it's still uh, pretty restricted, if you know what I mean. But I think Eliza wouldn't mind like having expensive appliances. I mean, you know. And I also added a mini bar, which I think Eliza wouldn't mind as well. I was thinking of adding a coffee maker, but in my head, Eliza prefers tea, so I just added a tea set. I mean, it's not usable, but hey. And I might have added more clutter there, which is not included on this speed build, but it'll be there once it's in the gallery or like on the save file itself. When I was actually play testing this build, Eliza has this whim of wanting to buy a dishwasher, which was a reminder for me because I didn't put in a dishwasher, so I did. So that will be included on the one in the gallery. I also kept the checkered floor because I think it's giving bougie vibes like the Waldorf penthouse in Gossip Girl, and I might have made it hard for myself because I don't know how to style it given the limited counters and cabinets we have in base game. Some has a modern design and it doesn't go well with the house, so it was really hard to to design, but let it be known that they aren't my first choice. The dining, I just matched it with the style of the house. I don't think we can like add more to more to it. I just added like a chair, which I think we usually have in dining like not a dining chair, but like an armchair. And I don't know why, but this house turned out having a blue theme. Maybe I was thinking about Bridgerton, but I just think it fits. Like it's giving royal vibes. I also made the stairs a little like a tile narrower because come on, who needs that massive stairs? I think there's other stairs has like um three tiles, and maybe I don't know, maybe Eliza and Bob hates each other so much so that they don't want to run to each other on the stairs. But yeah, the layout of this house is really giving New Orleans house vibes. I mean, I was looking at um, shotgun style houses when I started like this save file, and they do have that narrow hallway, and then the rooms are separate, and they don't have that open plan style house, which I think most of the new houses have, like the ones in Foundry Code. So but for the pancakes, they're the hallway is too narrow, so you can't even put a like a wee table. So I just added a coat rack and mirror because again that screams Eliza. And moving on upstairs, so the original build has two massive bedrooms and baths because like I said, Eliza and Bob has their own separate bedrooms. So for this renovation, I added a guest bedroom, and if you want to add this build to your game and you have Iggy, it could be his bedroom. And I don't know why, but I mean, come on, why would you have like they don't have a guest bathroom downstairs, and they don't have a bathroom upstairs. So if you have a guest, they will have to go to your room to use the bathroom. And I don't know about you, but I I don't want my guests to come to my bedroom to just use the bathroom, you know? And I don't know. I again like I haven't played with the townies, so I wouldn't know. Maybe they just don't have friends. That's why they didn't think about that. And yeah, well, the guest bedroom has a funky shape, but that's because it's going to be too big if we leave it to the size of Bob's and Sweet Bath. Um, to that, and Bob doesn't have that. Um, ensuite anymore, but we still do have a bath upstairs, and Eliza has her own because she's selfish. Be with an itch. Well, just kidding. But to be fair, I also split part of her bedroom for a hallway, and yes, she doesn't have her bath right smack in the middle of the front bit of their house because that is a weird. That is a weird placement. Seems like I don't know if you guys noticed, but there is like a middle, like looking at their house, like across the street, there is this like room right smack in the middle, and that is Eliza's bathroom. Who would put their bathroom right smack in the middle? I don't know, but yeah. For the upstairs hallway, it's not too big, so I just added like a reading nook and a door going to the balcony. Speaking of balcony, so again, just like the bathroom, the the access to the balcony is like right through their bedrooms. So you have to get to their bedroom so that you can go straight to the balcony. Of course, I wouldn't want that as well. So we'll get to that later. But yeah, they have like the balcony is like separate, so you have an access to Bob's and then Eliza's. So I removed that and then just added a um, door from the hallway going through the balcony. So I think in my head it just makes more sense than having it right like for their bedroom. And um, there is another balcony looking at the back garden and the river, and that is what I made accessible to Eliza's bedroom alone. But yeah, we'll get to that later. So for Bob's bedroom, I don't know if he's actually into fitness. I've never played as this Townies before, like I said, but he has an exercise machine in his old bedroom, so I decided to keep it as well as his computer because he has a skill in video gaming. So I reckon he'll enjoy having that computer. Um, but yeah, I wanted to add like a gaming console, but I'm not sure if we have a base gaming console aside from that massive gaming pad. But I don't think there is unless I was just in like a wrong category, so I wasn't able to see it, or I don't know, maybe I was just blind and I wasn't able to see it as well. But yeah, I don't know. If you guys know where you can find it, let me know that it's below. But yeah, I did add a telly in his bedroom as well because in my head he'll keep your old one, like because the one that they have in the living room is a like a massive telly as well, and I think like along their marriage, they managed to like get a an upgrade. So Bob kept the old one to be in his bedroom so that he can stay there. And yeah, in my head, he just kept it so that he can use it in his space. And like I said, it is his like Bob's bedroom, his space, and his ace love. So I did throw in some clutter like the laundry pile and also some like debug tin cans for maybe like the soda or energy drinks. I also added a menu board as a design so he can write like some of his recipes. Well, honestly, I just don't know what else to put there, but he has like this nook in his bedroom. It's going to be that's where his computer is. So like as an added design, I have that menu board along with the um, statue from like a chef statue from my Sims. I think it was Chef Dino. Maybe it could be like his inspiration or something. Well, his room is pretty small compared to Eliza's, and again, he doesn't have an ensuite, but I think it's just the right size for Bob as long as he gets to keep his stuff. And as for Eliza's side of the house, her bedroom is slightly bigger since she did have her ensuite, but it wasn't as massive as the original one because, like I said, I took a part of it to add to the hallway. She does have a built-in closet now, as well as like a makeshift vanity, because come on, I think Eliza would want to have those in her bedroom. And the theme wise, I kept the pink vibe, but it is more for accents like the rug and curtains. I also picked the wallpaper with the light flowers on it, and reading her wiki whilst doing this build, I found out that she's might be into painting and woodworking. Painting, I'm sure, because the in the original build, the easel is on her side of the balcony. The woodworking table, though, is on Bob's side, so I'm not sure about that. Um, but I kept it otherwise, and like I mentioned, there's a balcony at the back, and so there is like an overhang bit for the back porch. My plan was not to have that on the second floor, but thinking of Eliza's quote unquote hobbies, I don't think she'll have a space for that in her bedroom, so I did keep the second floor balcony, but the access is only through Eliza's room. So that's where her easel is. And I was going to place it on the front balcony, but the view of the river is at the back, so I reckon it would be best to have it there instead. I placed the woodworking table there as well, but like I said, I'm not sure if it was hers or Bob's like hobby. So um, I moved it to the garden instead so that they can both use it if they want to. I did that right after I recorded the tour, so you won't see it here. But the one on the save file is going to be the updated one because before before I upload all of them, I'm going to like check on it first to see if there's some things that we need to change. Now, as I have mentioned earlier, I decided to add in another bed. So right now it's more of like a guest room, but it could easily be converted into a child's room. So again, if you have Iggy, the funky shape made it hard to lay out, but it's more like an added bit. So I just like have a bed and a dresser, and I think that will do. And now for the outside bit, I was planning to use the light green siding, but looking at the other houses beside this one, they actually already have those. I don't know, I like green, okay? So yeah, I just use them all the time. And because whenever I am placing like a siding, like light colors, like yellow, sometimes you can see them, but green is just like right there. You can see it, it's visible, and it's not hard to look at. Um, and then I saw this darker green, which I think Eliza would want because their house would stand out. I don't know, but I have reshade in my game, so it might look different to you guys. And yeah, I don't want it to be in like a simple color like beige or gray, but I also don't want to overdo it. So I kept the lower part of their house white, well, part white with green like as an accent wall, and then the same green at the top bit. So um they also made it look like Eliza's color is green, I guess to match her eyes maybe, but I think she's a pink or purple girly. That's why her bedroom has those pink stuff like the original one. And I also wanted the dark flooring because I think it works well with the walls. And then for the garden, the one they originally have seems small, but they do have a massive lot. So I fenced it in and just added the gardening stuff. I don't know who does the gardening, in this house, but the one that they originally has looks well kept. So I don't know, maybe Eliza has like a weekly gardener that goes there because it's well kept. I also added a couple of planters, and you know what? Thinking about it, maybe it's Bob who could be like into gardening because that goes well with his cooking skill. And I was actually planning to have like a wee kitchen in the garden, but I don't think it's big enough to handle that. So I just kept the grill and like an eating area. Um, but yeah, I will be sharing this to the gallery. And if you guys want to add it to your game, just make sure you have the move objects cheat on because, like I said, there are some like debug clutter there, and also like yeah, the clutters that we have, they some of them needs move objects on. And my EA ID is veronicahills, and I think though I already like doing this recording, I already uploaded it to the gallery. So I might make some changes, but like I said, the one that will be updated is going to be the one on the save file. But yeah, I will also give the pancakes a base game makeover in create a sim and a CC makeover like I did with the um, BFF household. So maybe I can add Iggy there, not in the base game but on the CC one. And yeah, you can watch out for that. I also haven't created a toddler in Create a Sim, so he could be the first. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to follow along with these renovations and makeovers, and hit the bell button so you'll never miss a video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another one. Bye.